Gentlemen, how are we? We are here. Kayan, yes, I've just seen you've subscribed to the channel as well. Much appreciated, brother. First time I've actually commentated on you, mate. So, but yeah, it's a new division for me. As you know, normally Tuesdays I'm in the Masters, but I had a little flip round, have a little swappage, and we are now here in Division 3, I believe, Elite. Season 11, sorry, round 1. Pray for you. How you doing, mate? Vasil, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Vasil, you'll have to remind me what driver you are, mate. I completely forgot. It's been a long time. So let me just run through the drivers and the teams, and we will go from there. Let me get the app up. Bear with if I ignore some of the comments, lads. I will be with you all, each individual. You know me, I'll never leave anyone hanging in the comment section. So we have in the Alpine, however you want to call it, we got Exkonski, who I believe is not racing tonight, and Pray for you. We're going to call him Pray. You know, you should know by now, lads, if you've watched me before, I just make names up as I go. Each driver will more than likely end up getting their own nickname by the time the season's out. So, yeah, we'll crack on. In the Aston Martin, we got Prof and we got Looney Man. We got Speechy, who I believe in Ferrari is not actually driving. We're not actually driving tonight, Speechy, little Larry letdown. And we got Kian. He is in the Ferrari with Speechy. We've got Royal Rumble in the Haas. We got N Mystery in the Haas also. We got the legend that is Mav, Mr. Style and Grace himself. He's in the McLaren, along with Rubeg Dory. He's going to have to get a new name, he is. We got Mr. F1, Dave Riley. I know him. I've raced with him many a time, Dave Riley. We got the legend, that is Basson. How are you, mate? My old teammate from back in the day. My first ever teammate, I do believe. We actually won a championship together. We got Dental. I've raced with him before as well. He's in the Racing Bull, or as we like to call it the AlphaTauri. We've got Alligator in the AlphaTauri. Mr. Lee Webb. Yes, Mr. Webb. Nice to see you back in the lobbies, mate. Well, you're more than likely never gone. It's just me that hasn't commentated on you for a little bit. And then we got this driver here, his teammate in the Sauber, the man, the legend, the myth. That is Mr. Destructive J. Nice to be commentating over here, Mr. J. We got Mark Lax, and as we know from before, his name got changed straight away, so he's Max Lax. Max Lax is in the Williams, along with Disco Bobby. There's another driver that I've raced before. And in this division, we have 2 reserve drivers, Benjamin. That was another nickname I provided. And the man that is Hilly. So they are all your drivers. I believe we've got 16 tonight in the lobby. Let me jump back onto my stream. And yeah, if we could just take a minute, lads. You may have seen in the chat, the first race of the season, a bit of a somber occasion. Big shout out to one of our beloved commentators, Brinners, who suffered the tragedy of all tragedies last week. He lost his son. So yeah, as you can see by the title of the video tonight, this one's for little George. I had to scroll through the app, but I'm sure his name is George, because I read through a comment earlier. But yeah, massive shout out to Brinners. I can't imagine what you're going through at the moment, mate. So condolences, thinking of you, enough respect to a member of our PGR family. And yeah, mate, take the time, and your family's waiting here for you, mate, whenever you need us, and we're here for you. And yeah, as you'd also see in the comment today, we're going to do as we done for another legend of PGR, Schnitzy, looking down upon us, racing round here every Tuesday. Schnitzy, if you're new to PGR, Schnitzy was a fabulous driver that we had, and we sadly lost a couple of seasons ago. So we're going to repeat what we've done for him. Mav will be the first car out on track. He will wait at the end of the pit lane, or if not, it's a very short exit in Bahrain. So he will start driving very slowly. If all the cars can just back up behind Mav, and once all the cars are out of the pit, you will take a formation lap round. You will then not complete the lap. Mav will see you straight in to the pit lane, and then that's when quali will officially start. So we're all going to sacrifice our first run for Brinners and for Little George. But make sure you put your setups on, boys. And once the last car is out of the pit lane, I will then mute my stream, and we will just have that one lap in silence, and we'll pay our respects to a member of our PGR family. And yeah, we're all with you, Brinners, mate. We're all with you. As I've seen in the Discord, every single one of us, you need anything, mate, you need a chat, our DM is always open for you, always. You wanna put a chat in there, comment, have a word with a couple of us or whoever, but we're always here for you. As you're fully aware by now, PGR, we're just one big family. And again, I say it all the time, shout out to the legend that is Jay, Manic, Hilly, that keep this fantastic league running, the best league I've ever been a part of. Been a part of this league now, coming on. I raced for 2 seasons. I've been commentating for 2.5. Evening, Manic, how you doing, mate? So yeah, big massive shout out again. Speak of the devil, look, and they shall appear. But big shout out to Jay, Hilly, and Manic for the job that they do. Absolute superb. And to all the other commentators, apart from Armin. I don't praise Armin. No, I love you, Armin. And all the stewards and those who take time out of their life to make PGR what it is. Absolutely bang on. And here we are now in season 11. And we're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I think I see the app today. We're pushing 400. We're on 389, I believe. So, lads, you got any mates that are racing in a league that want a proper bit of racing, a proper league, professionally run? Get them into this. Get them into this Discord. Get them into this league, and let's try and push that over that 400 barrier this season. Any of you newbies that just recently joined, like I said, get your mates along. I would ask Mav, but we know Mav's got no mates. So yeah, get your mates to come along, get them in, and let's disco. How you doing, mate? But I ain't even got to you yet, mate. I ain't even got to you yet, Mr. Basson. I ain't even got to you yet. You may have a race grace, mate, because I think I might have mentioned it once or twice that where we did about Carl Froch 80,000 fans at Wembley. The amount of times I mentioned it, but yeah, me and Basson, my championship winning teammate. So I might give him the race off today. But yeah, he's got his comeuppance. But the first man that's going to get absolutely ribbed is Speechy, the little Larry letdown. He ain't even bothered turning up first race of the season. You know, I'm allowed to roast Speechy. I'm allowed to roast him. I've known Speechy for a very long time, and don't you worry, Manic. Don't you worry, mate. You have yourself. Are you racing tonight, Manic? I'm not too sure if you're racing tonight, but yeah, big shout out to everybody in the chat. I've seen Disco Bobby there. I've raced with Disco Bobby previously. But anyway, let's run through the new faces that I haven't carried you to a championship. Yeah, all right then, mate. Yeah, is that why you got to keep going to see the chiropractor, because you have a bad back? All right, yeah, little lemon. How are you, Mr. Style and Grace? I was just talking about you. Looney man. How are you, buddy? I was asking everybody to invite their mates, man. It's Mav, getting people to invite their mates to push the numbers over 400 this season. But that goes for everybody else, because we know Mav ain't got no mates. So So we'll have to do what we can. We all got to look after Mav. If to make him stop feeling lonely, if everybody in this lobby can send him a little friend request, you're my only. I'll take that. I love that, Mav. I get in there. And Jock as well. Yeah, come on, Jock. I'm mate. Jock's best mate. Jock's best mate. UOP Mark. I think Mark, UOP Mark, that's Max Lax, I believe. He got that nickname a couple of seasons ago when I was commentating on him. Oh, Max Lax. So yeah, we've known Lee Webb. Kian, he's new. Alligator, no, Rebig Dory, I've seen him around the Discord. Royal Rumble, I've seen around the Discord. Prof 44, yes, Max Lax, get in there. Prof 44, he's new. Who's getting pole? Oh. Well, I hope it ain't Basson. Nah. Pole, I reckon old Cordon Bleu, he might be in for a shout. F1 Dave Riley. Yeah, I'm going to mention that again. Ribeg Dory, Arbeg Dory. How are you, sir? How are you? Arbeg Dory. There you go. We're more than likely going to come up. You know what? I've just seen your first name. If I can remember, I used to have a mate in London called Adil. So it's going to call you Ads, if I can remember. But I'll more than likely end up calling you 5 or 6 things throughout the night. So, hello, Gaz. Those in my stream, that guy you see there, Gaz Preston, it's my older brother. It's my older brother. He tunes in every week. He supports the... He's actually sitting there tonight. Got a night on the decks with his mate, but he has his tablet just beside him, so he can... not a newbie, second season. Oh, okay then, Prof. Yeah, it's the first time I'm going to be... Well, when I say newbie, I mean newbie for me. I've never commentated on you before, bud. So just waiting for me other legend to come into the chat when he's ready. Oh, Diablo. But yeah, guys, remember, setups. Wait for Mav to pull out. And please, no one go start belting it around the track. Just line up in formation. And whatever you do, don't go bumping each other and getting yourself penalties or stuff like that. But yeah, it's time for us now to jump on track, get your setups on. And as we do as PGR family, we pay our respects to Brinners and his boy George, his little boy. And yeah, so as soon as I see the cars come out on track, guys, I'm going to go silent. You won't hear a word from me until you pull back in the pits and I see the first car leave on their theoretical second run, but it'll be their first run of quali. What have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We've got 16 in the lobby. We've got 16 people in the chat as well. Boom, shaka, laka. How's that for a first race of the season? Appreciate it, guys. Absolutely appreciate it. Just waiting for the timing out, the countdown. Yeah, we're at Bahrain. Very abrasive track on the tyres. Just spectating tonight, so I can't hear Mick rabble. Mate, it's good rabble, mate. Good rabble. But yeah, don't want to keep repeating myself, guys. But remember, setups on. Mav's going to leave the pit. And we will start our formation lap. Just while we're here, let me get everything up. Go on broadcast so we can see. Going to turn everything off. Just so we know, Mav is in the McLaren. So we should see a McLaren pulling out the garage anytime soon. And Jay, that's a shout and a half. Those that are listening, don't want to waste a set of tyres, lads. Stick your inters on. Jay, that's a shout, mate. That's why you still drive and I'm in the comms box. But that's a shout and a half from Jay. If you don't want to waste a set of tyres, lads, get the inters on. We've got movement down the end of the pit lane. There's a car already out on track. Please don't race off. No, who's that in the Haas? Us, wait there. He's got soft tyres on. There's one that doesn't read the Discord. Look, doesn't read the Discord. Who is it? Who's going to be Royal Rumble? You need to get your head in the Discord, mate. Get your head in the Discord, blood. Jesus Christ. Come on, mate. Get your head in the Discord, lad. There's another one that's just gone flying by. Oh, lads. I'll take it that's going to be Alligator. That has just gone off, yeah. But big shout out to the boys who've actually read the Discord. Well, I'm giving them a lot of space. Now, right. We're going to go quiet on the stream now, lads. Everyone's nearly out. Royal Rumble's going to be in for a shock. Well done, lads. Well done, each and every single one of you. Well, a couple of you can get your head in the Discord and start reading the messages and stuff like that. We've currently now got a car on track. I believe that's Alligator. Is he on the flying lap? I know, Mav. I know, mate. We had one car didn't even bother coming out, and two cars just drove off. I know, mate. A bit disappointed with that, if I'm not going to lie. We'll get Jay on board, start dishing penalty points out. I don't actually think Alligator is now going to be... I know, Mav. I know, mate. But honestly, shout out to the 13 here. That big shout out to the 13 here that done it, lads. So I believe now we've got Mav, who's going to take us on our first flying lap of the season. He's just warming up now on his out lap. But yeah, gentlemen, absolute class. Mostly are. Yeah, bang on, mate. Yeah, there was a Haas that went shooting off, and it was the two Alpha Tauris, or Racing Bulls. One of them didn't come out of the pit, and the other one just went flying off. But yeah, those that took part in that, absolute massive, mate. Absolute massive. Seems strange watching Mav in a McLaren. I think I've ever seen him in a McLaren before. But it's fitting now. The division manager, he's going to be the first one to see us off on the first fastest lap of the season. And that honour and privilege goes to Mr. Style and Mr. Grace. Mr. Style and Grace. Here we go. We'll jump off board. Throwing it around the last corner, gets decent drive. Gets everything open now. DRS. Pumping it down to turn 1, which I'll have you know, a bit of a Google search here again by Mick. This turn 1 is the only turn on the Bahrain circuit that actually has a name, and it's called Michael Schumacher. All the rest are named by numbers. Down to turn 4, picks his braking point about 70 metres, gets it tucked in. Can ride the curb slightly on the exit, you don't really got too much because you didn't validate the lap. Now this is where you can make up a lot of time, or you can lose a lot of time in Mav's case. Mav, come on. Mystery, I believe, was the next car out on his fastest lap. Yeah, he's got Mav in front of him, but I'm sure Mav will do the correct thing. We've got a Merc just behind him, who I believe is Mr. Dave Riley. Absolute stalwart of PGR is Mr. Riley. Just coming down now, maybe going to grab a little bit of a toe off Mav. Mav may just try and put his car across the line. Pardon me, lads. Around the second to last corner. Could be grabbing a little bit of a toe there off Mav. I'm going to sit on board now with Mystery and see what Mavs decide to do. Mav's the car just in front. We'll then try and jump on board with Riley. Mav peels off into the pit. And we go 128.7. I believe Riley's the next man across. Riley, 128.9. We'll try and keep on board of all of these drivers coming across the line. Disco Bobby's the next one coming across the line. And he goes pole on a 128.4. Kian puts it up in second on the 128.5. Pray for ye goes on a 128.6. Let's jump on board with Illy. How you doing, bud? How you doing, mate? Max Lax. So we got another Merc, another McLaren. That's Ads. Ads is now coming round, and Ads sticks it in pole on a 128.2. Fantastic lap there by Ads. Fantastic. We've got an Aston just about to cross the line now. I believe that's Looney Man. No, it wasn't Looney Man. It was Prof 44. We're going to try and jump on these now. I believe that's Mr. J behind Max Lax. Max Lax goes on a 128. Let's jump down on J. No, Jay's still a long way away from home. But Lee Webb goes fastest on a 128.2. Snips it just in front of Ads. We missed the other Sauber, and that was Lee Webb. So we've got Lee Webb and Jay in a team. That's absolutely staunch. Jay Webb puts it in 10th place, and the rest we got currently in the pit lane. So we got first round of pit, and we missed our mate Basson. We missed Basson, put it down into 12th place. Put it there at the 12th place. So first run's done. Mav's come straight back out and he's out of lap. Old Cordon Bleu, I don't know what's going on with Cordon Bleu, he hasn't left the pit yet. Might have a touch of the almonds about him. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. He might have caught what almonds got. But Looney Man puts it into the pit. Anyone going to drop into the 27s? A fantastic lap there from Lee Webb. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen any of these or commentated on any of these drivers here now. So for me, it's just absolutely wide open. I may have to inbox Manic, the old Statman Manic. He'll be able to let me know who he figures is the favourite this season, possibly. To be honest with you, I don't even know who's been promoted or who's been relegated. I don't know. I should have done a bit of my homework, really. But I'm not going to lie. The last week, I've been preoccupied with my DTS team. And anybody that's in this division that tunes into DTS, apart from those that are already associated with teams like Jay, Mav, you get your support out for Vamos Motorsports. That's my racing team. Don't worry about Top Gun or anything like that. We don't worry about them. Or Renault, we don't worry about them. Vamos Motorsports, that's the one, guys. I was waiting for you to bite there, Hilly. I'm sitting here with my fishing rod. Mate. Here's where Mav lost it last time. Can he keep it on track this time? Yes, he can. Very attack. Ironworks. A bunch of irons, I've heard, mate. I'm getting it slowed up. Very tricky corner that is there. The left hand off camber left. Very tricky. Back in my day, during the war, back in my day when I used to race, I think I'll do 26 laps around Bahrain, and not once would I take that. Not once would I take that corner the same time. The same. But that just threw me off there. Liverpool losing. Get in there, the Forest. Up the Forest. Up the Forest. I don't even support Nottingham Forest, but just don't tell Pro. I just don't like Liverpool. QBR, man. Me, mate. Greatest team in England. QBR. Jay will tell you about them. Mav's trying to sneak a little bit of towage. And Mav goes up in a third just behind his teammates. McLaren's looking strong at the minute. Strong at the minute. Mav, I've got you on stream, mate. Alligator. Up the irons. Up the irons, but not the ironworks. They can go whistle, they can. Up the irons. Alligator. Alligator. Royal Rumble and Cordon Bleu currently in the Division 3 Elite bad books at the minute. We're going to stick them in the naughty corner in the Discord, I believe. What we'll have to do, Jay, Mav, if you're listening, every single post we post now, tag them, at them, get at them. Make sure they read the bloody Discord. Here comes Alligator on a 128. First map. Oh, just nipped it outside the 28s. 128.0 from Alligator. Still in the bad books though. His teammate goes on a 128.3. Cordon Bleu, that's dental technician. Hilly, maybe you can confirm. Cordon Bleu, that's dental technician, no? If it is, what the hell is he doing? No disrespect to anybody. What's he doing all the way down? He used to... Look, guys, look. I'll tell you how it is. Like, hey, Cordon Bleu, we're watching ya. That's OG Dental. What's he doing in this division, Division 3? Maybe he's gone sort of no assist, but I remember the days when he was rapid. Going on board with Max Lax now. Starting sector 2. We've got a few cars coming across the line. We've got Royal Rumble. We've got the other McLaren just starting his lap. We've got a Haas coming down the end. It's Mystery. What's Mystery got? He's currently up just over 2.5 tenths up on his time. That will get him a good way up the leaderboard. That will get him into the top 7, I believe. Has a little bit of wigglage on the exit, but he decides to have bought his lap. We've got a Bluey coming round. No, it's a Cordon Bleu again at the pits. We've got a Ferrari. Kian, he's just about to start his lap. Kian, I have to get that name. I have to get that name down to the T. He pulls into the pit. We've got an Aston, I believe. Looks like he's on a flying lap. We'll have to see who jumps up the board. That could be Prof. But Prof, he's down in 12th. Another Aston further up the field, further up the track. Basson, stop watching the football and get out on track. Jay's currently out. So this is Looney Man. This is going to be his last one now because he ain't going to be able to improve because he's not going to have enough time. Oh no, he's off his ERS, so he's going for another run. So I think this is Ads. Can Ads stick it up in pole? Can Ads? No, Ads is going to go again. We got a Mercedes. Riley's going. This is just starting now. We got a lime green car of Lee Webb's on his outlap. We've got a sky blue car, Pray For Ye. He's starting another lap, albeit with very low. And he's got a hash right up his chump. Right up his chump. Oh, bit of ding-dongage in bit of ding-dongage between him and Royal Rumble, I believe. I do believe so. Mav's just starting his lap. So we're just going to have these boys now coming round, finishing their runs. Prof pulls out of his lap. Got Mr. J just starting his lap. So Jay could be the last car. Jay's going to be the last man to set a lap. He's timed it perfectly. He's timed it absolutely perfect. So we're going to try and... Oh, Basson. Is he going to get round in time? Basson, I don't think you are. Son, he's made a wicked first race of the season. What's he done? What's he done? Here comes Looney Man. Looney Man, he's got a Looney Man in front of him. Completely muffed up. Completely muffed it, old Basson has. Looney Man, I don't think he could improve. Oh, he kind of matches his time now, the McLaren. The McLaren of Ads. He puts it in second on a 128.1. We've got a Mercedes. I believe that was Dave Riley puts himself up into fourth. We got the Haas. Do we see movement? No, mystery. He's done. We're going to jump on board with Mr. J. No, that's Lee Webb. Can Lee Webb be the only man? No, Lee Webb's on a 130 odd. And he's got an Alpine. I believe that's Pray For Ye. Yeah, Pray For Ye. Mav. What can Mav do? Is Mav up? Mav's half a second up. It showed Mav as half a second up. This could be pole for Mav. Boom! Shaka laka! 127.9 for Mav. Sticks it in the pole. Can Jay ruin his party? Jay's 4 tenths up. Jay's 4 tenths up. This is pole for Jay. Boom! Jay, what happened? He said you was 4 tenths up. Mr. Style and Grace. Get in there, Mav. Sorry, I may have got a little bit too excited there. I have to keep it impartial, you know. I have to keep it impartial. But Mav, with all... I'm surprised what happened there. Jay showed as 4 tenths up on his time. Yeah, I thought he definitely would put it up there to Mav. So we got Mav in pole position. Get in there, Mav. We got Alligator. He come out of nowhere. Put it in second. We got Ads in third. Great qualifying by the McLaren boys. Lee Webb in fourth. Mav crashes in turn one. No, don't you put the buckers on it. F1 Dave Riley, Cordon Bleu, Disco Bobby, Kian, Pray For Ye, Max Lax, Destructive J, Mystery, Prof 44, Looney Man, Basson. He bassoned that right up, didn't he? Royal Rumble. Bringing up the rear last but not least. Gentlemen, so here we are. And from what I remember, as mentioned at the start of the stream, it's a little bit like driving on sandpaper. You used to be able to do a medium soft round Bahrain. I don't think that's in the question now. I think it's definitely a hard to medium or medium to hard. It all depends who's going to go on the alternate strat. You start on the hard and we get an early safety car, i.e. turn one with Mav. Hilly said it, Mav, I didn't. Then that's just going to bum your strategy. So what do the majority of the people do? What do they do? Oh, Mav on pole. Get in there, Mav. Setting the stall out. The McLaren's look. AlphaTauri's ballsed up the formation respect lap, but they've done pretty well in quali, the pair of them. So we're just waiting to load in. Everybody's now just putting on their race strategies. And then we should be a go. I believe there's formation lap. I believe we've got a formation lap there. Oh, look, I've just realised. Red Bull, no one's in the actual Red Bull. There you are. It's took you long enough. It's took you long enough, Diablo. You know, thought you deserted me, mate. Where you been? I was telling everybody about you earlier. Mav's gone. Mav's off. Mav's off. He's gone. Oh, Mr. Style and Grace is in pole, Diablo. Have a look. Have a look. Don't the trust just set. That is Mav in pole. We don't need lap delt. We need a bit of tyre telemetry. Tyres. Oh, was not. You need to have a word with YouTube then, mate. I'll send a strongly worded email if I was you. So we got Mav on the softs, Alligator, Ads on the mediums. Lee Webb is going to be looking to get past these two medium runners as soon as he can. F1 Dave Riley on the medium. Cordon Bleu on the soft. Disco Bobby, first hard runner. If he can stay with his front six, he could be in for a good race. Kian, he's going to want to be looking to get up front as soon as he can. Then we got hard for Pray For Ye. We got Max Lax on the hard, Destructive J on the hard, Mystery on the hard, Prof 44, Looney Man on the soft, Basson. I know, mate. I do apologise, bud. I do apologise, mate. I do apologise, Diablo. I know you're one of the hardcore regulars now, mate. Basson in 15th, Royal Rumble in 16th. Where's Mav going? Mav's got about 300 feet. Hey, Hilly, you can tell Mav's not used to starting in pole. Look at the gap he's got. Look, he's getting all out. Slaying it down now. I wanted to pick you, mate. You'd already gone. I was 9th pick, mate. You'd already gone. You'd already gone by the time I got round. You was already gone, bud. You was already gone, mate. Otherwise, you was definitely. I had a load of preempted picks. Who would I pick if this driver's here, and I'll let you know now. If you was there, mate, I was definitely taking you. Definitely. Cordon Bleu, man, to disqualify on the box. So we jump on board. Royal Rumble gets himself into the front, and we should be ready to go. As you know by now, boys, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, rear wingage. We've got to be looking out for that green. Mav! No! Mav! Get your head down, Mav. You're on the soft, so. Billy! Oh, mate. And those who are new to my stream, this is how I am, lads. If someone needs to get the piss taken out of them, they get the piss taken out of them. It's all status quo in a minute. Told you to do something. Oh, mate. That's definitely a clipped in DNF some funny moments, Hilly, for sure. For sure. Lee Webb, he wants to get on the back of these as soon as possible. Now, what will Mav do? Will Mav come into the pit and serve his penalty straight away, or? Oh, Mav. What a start to the season, eh? What a start to the season. Basson's up quite a few places. We're going to just want to jump, stay on board with Mav, see what he does, and we're going to just get the position changed. But yeah, I told you, Basson up 3. Mav peels off. Oh, he ain't going to be able to even. It's a drive-through, isn't it? So He's going to have to stay on them soft tyres, isn't he? Mav. Hilly. I think Mav's peaked. Mav's peaked for the season. It's all down here from now. All downhill. Right, we should have DRS open now. Here goes Lee Webb. He got a hell of a drive out of that corner. Drive through under green light. You won't even be able to get that looked at, Mav. Because I don't know how you would work it out. How would you claim back any time for that? Or I don't know, mate. But get your head down, bud. Get your nut down. You know what you can do, mate. You've already proved that you're the fastest man in quali, mate. So, oh, bit of a moment. I don't know if that was a bit of a ding-dong tappage from behind from Mr. Riley. There's a bit of weaving up the front. We don't like that. You pick your line and you stay on it, lads. Don't start weaving all over the track. Bads is always pushing. He's pushing Alligator through the corner. Pushing him through. Lee Webb's here. Lee Webb's just waiting for these. Very hard when you're on the faster tyre. But let's not count out Mr. Riley. Mr. Riley's there watching all of this play out. We've got Cordon Bleu. He's going to get himself involved now on the soft tyre. Yeah, it looked like he had a big moment. And there we go. We're going to jump off board now. Let's get a shot of that. We don't need that. The lap times are dropping. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to jump on board with Cordon Bleu and watch it all kick off. Lee Webb's done a double overtake. Alligator's gone from first to fourth, and now he's getting a bit of a nudgy from his teammate. Is he going to pull over and let his teammate go at the moment because he knows his teammate's on the better tyre? Or is he going to fight his teammate? It looks like he's just let him go, but he's coming back round the outside. He's coming back round the outside. Let's jump off board here. Alligator's lost out there. Alligator's lost out to Kayan. These hard runners, the two Williams are looking good at the moment on the hard tyre. The two Williams are looking really good. Let's get a shot of that now for the time being. We don't need that on board for the minute. So it's all now starting to settle down nicely. We've got Ads currently in second place. We've got F1 Dave Riley in third. We've got Cordon Bleu. He's in fourth, followed by Kayan, I believe. Kayan in fifth. He's having a good run so far as Kayan. First time I've actually seen him. Looking like a very decent driver. Very, very decent. We'll jump this back on. Lee Webb trying to get old Ad right out of his slipstream, but he's... Remember, this ain't a double dosage. This ain't a double dosage. It's not like some of the other tracks. You hit the detection zone, you get 2 bites of the cherry. So this is what makes Bahrain very good for overtaking. Because you... Normally, you get the DRS on the home straight or the pit straight. Then once you get overtaken, you get the second bite of the cherry for that back straight. Or the side straight, whatever you want to call it. There's about 5 straights on this track. Alligator must have had a bit of damage. Alligator's had a bit of damage, yeah. Look, we just see them connecting the wing. So there you go, Mav. There's one place back, mate. There's one place back, lad. Looked like a bit slow on the exit there, Mr. Webb, but he got a decent drive there. Got a bit of decent drive, but Ads is clawing him in. But round these corners, this is where Lee Webb, this is where his tyres, for the time being, are going to come into effect. But he's not letting them get too far away. Look, there's Ads getting right up and ready to make his move. Riley's fell back slightly. He's going to come under attack from Cordon Bleu. Kian's just sitting there watching it. Now let's run through. Here we go. All pretty decent on the ERS at the minute. And this is what I was talking about, lads. And the fastest lap from Kian, showing his strength now in that Ferrari. So, now, this is what I was talking about. Look, unless it... Oh, Cordon Bleu. Had a little bit of a tappage with Mr. Webb. Maverick. Man, what are you doing to me, mate? Why are you back in the pit, Mav? Oh, Mav, he's had a mare. Mav's had a right old mare. Kian, fastest lap, finds himself up into third as well. If we can remember, tyres. So Ads and Wiley are looking good at the minute because these softs are going to wear off pretty soon. But look at Max Lax and Disco Bobby and Jay and Pray For Ye. Doing all right, are they? All right down there is 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th on the hard tyre. Mr. Dave Riley goes down the inside, gets the move done on about the 500th straight on this track. But Kian ain't letting him go. He's coming back to him. No, he decides to save it for another day. Going to jump back on board. Now, look at the gap. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. Are these softs now starting to wear off? That's the question. We're going to see what Lee Webb does. Does he peel off to the pit? Does he show pit? Does he show pit or does he crack on? He cracks on. Kian making the move. Oh, Rebek Dory now. Mr. Ads puts himself on a 130. 131. He manages to claw that place back. As Kian has got F1 Riley. He's going to have another bite of the cherry now. He's going to have another dip in the sherbet basket. Is he now? No, he's not. He's not close enough, I believe. But they've now fallen 2 seconds behind the front two. The cordon blurs right over the back of F1 Dave Riley. And look at the Williams boys. But then what are they going to do? They're going to have to somehow try and communicate and figure out. Speaking of that, Jay's got himself right in the Williams sandwich there. In between the Will.i.am sandwich. Get in there, Jay. He's had a great start on the race, Jay has, on the hard tyres. Can you start down in 11th? He's obviously gained a few. Let's have a look. Yes, he has. Bigging up with the big four, but Kian's at the moment's the highest with Basson on five each respectively. Disco Bobby and Pray For Ye. Disco Bobby seems to come in under a bit of pressure now. He's just lost out to Pray For Ye, and he's got Bassai on right over the back of him as well, and he's absolutely flying, is Basson. Absolutely flying. Now look at his front two. Look, they're absolutely storming off. Now 3.1. Let's take that off. Let's get the tyres. Let's get tyres on. Jump back on board with Lee Webb. Oh, a little fake arch, bit of fake arch from Ads. But he was definitely not pitting there, not off them tyres. Want to jump on board with... there we go. Big send round the outside by Cordon Bleu, but Dave Riley's still there. Bit of wheel bangage there, bit of wheel bangage. And there goes the Williams. Max Lax is getting himself right into this race now on them hard tyres. Looks like he had a tiny little bit of a moment, Kian, getting into that corner. Disco Bobby's fell back now behind Bassam. Lee Webb on them 6-lap old soft tyres, still keeping Ads, still keeping them honest at the front there, not letting them get away too far. How long does Mr. Webb decide to extend these soft tyres? That's the question. Mav's now on the hard tyre. Now 4.4 seconds. All this battling is just letting these front two. Do you think the mediums are going to go? Mav's having a nightmare, I know, mate. He got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, Billy. 2 laps time for the hards. Yeah, I don't think anybody pits off these softs on mediums now. They're not making it to the end. Lee Webb's going to get back at him. He's come back at him, Lee Webb. He carries some speed there, didn't he, there? Oof. There we go. First man to pit. Kian, first man to pit. The Ferrari's in. What tyres he go on? Hard, obviously, yeah. And he's going to come out with a nice bit of decent track in front of him now. He can pump in lap after lap after lap. And Destructive J finds himself up there. Max Lax in. He's having a battle. He's having a battle with Cordon Bleu. He's going to get himself up in the 3rd place. Now can Max Lax spread these... Whoa, he's sliding all over the gaff. Looks like Bambi on ice, does Cordon Bleu. looking like Bambi and Ice, but he's just getting to the stage now where he's holding up Max Lax. He's holding him up. Max Lax needs to get past him as soon as he can. He's got a decent drive out of there, that corner. Dave Riley and Jay. Ray Fayez now coming strong. He's just overtook Basson, who I believe just a minute ago was behind Jay. F1 Dave Riley's looking good, but the man who's looking strong at the moment is Max Lax. Looking very strong at the moment. What are these? Oh, caution, caution, sector 2, sector 2, sector 2, Looney Man's round, but he's carried on going, so we're still good, Max Lax, Lee Webb, is Lee Webb going to show pit? No, he's not, he's stayed out. Gordon Blur's going into the pit, I believe, yeah. Oh! Did you see that? He got a 10-second time. Wow, he looked like he was pulling back on track. Damn. I don't know what that done for Max Lax, but that scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Now, Max Lax wants to... I don't know. Madness, Diablo. You see that? Max Lax now just... Let's keep an eye on this time now. Max Lax. 4.2. He's reeling these boys in. I don't think it was intentional into the wall because he's still running. He's still running, look. If that was into the wall, these pit lanes don't muck about. These pit lane walls don't muck about. If that was intentional into the wall, we would have DNF'd. But look at Max Lax now. He's screaming the gap down now. He's screaming the gap down. And can he pull these hard runners? Yeah, I think it was a glitch, mate. Can he pull these runners along with him? Riley. And will Riley pull Jay along with him as well? Jay's having an absolute stonking race. Max Lax doing the Diablo strap. We know what that's about, mate. Looking, these hard runners are looking, they're looking ominous now, these hard runners. Max Lax, Jay, Webb. What's Lee Webb going to do? Rigadori's not in. Bet Lee Webb decides that's enough. He's coming to the pit. That sticks Max Lax up into second. F1 Dave Riley pushes himself up in the third, but he's going to lose that third now to Jay. Now Jay wants to get onto the back of Max Lax, and the two of them need to work. How am I supposed to concentrate, man? How the hell am I supposed to concentrate? Froth has now pitted. Lee Webb, well, we see Lee Webb pit. Now, Max Lax and Jay, they need to work, even though they're in different teams, they need to work as a team to not try and lose too much. Really, I know, mate, I know. Poor Mav. Poor Mav. Ads has kind of stabilised the gap at the front for the time being. It hasn't jumped down a lot as it has done the last few laps. Jay's looking very strong. Very, very strong. And look at the ERS some of these drivers are on. Damn! Damn! Basson's having a decent race so far also. Ray Fayez not going anywhere soon. He's up there now in 5th place. He's having a stonker. Disco Bobby's got himself sorted out now. He's up there in 7th. He's got Mystery just behind him. Lee Webb's two-stopping. Lee Webb's two-stopping. He's put on another set of softs. Or is that the game that's just absolutely folded him like an envelope? If that game, going for a two-stop. And speaking of that, Jay makes the move. Jay gets himself up into second. This boy started in 11th. Started in 11th, did this boy. Move him up a division. Move him up a division. Basson's now pit off his medium and he's gone to hard. He's playing it safe as our Basson. But Lee Webb, that's a big shock to me there, Lee Webb. Albeit he's got 9 seconds of clear air in front of him. But what did he do on them first lap? 9. I don't know, it's a bit of a strange one there for Lee Webb. I think that's definitely counting him out of the win, for sure. Safety car, then he's back in there. Jay's absolutely flying now. Trying to carry down Ads. as soon as he can. Now, what do these hard runners do? Do they play it safe? Do they play it safe and go hard medium? Or you anyone try and risk it for a biscuit and extend their stint slightly and go on to the soft? We're going to soon find out. We're all going to find out very soon. Ads, what does Ads do? He's on lap 11 of lap 29. Still a bit early for these medium runners, I believe. Even though Basson pitted quite early. But he's going to carry on. Jay's going to now... And this is what they need to do, these boys. Don't attack each other in silly positions. They want to claw him in. If they want to claw Ads in, they need to work together. And overtake each other on that main straight. Lee Webb, fastest lap. Cordon Bleu beats it on the 1:31.8. Pray for you. He's overtook Dave Riley now. So as Dave Riley now starting to struggle on his medium tyre, we'll soon find out because he's going to have Disco Bobby honing down on him very soon. Mav's been overtaken by Prof 44. Got Alligator, Royal Rumble, 15th, 16th. Got Looney Man in front of them. Mav and Prof are having a right old ding dong. Let's not have a ding-dongage, let's just have a ding-dong. You know how it goes, Diablo. We leave the edge off the head, mate. We leave it off the head. Matt fraying that car into the corners. All starting, the field's now starting to spread out. Disco Bobby's got 2 tenths on Dave Riley. Not catching him as much as I thought he would. But these two are catching. Ads, Mystery, 3-second time penalty. Ads continues round for another lap, and this is where these two, very smart from these two, Jay and Max Lax. It's maybe about getting yourself. Oh, Jay goes a bit deep. It goes a bit deep. He might come under attack, but I don't think Max Lax will attack him down this straight here. I don't think he will. No, he won't. They've got it down to 2 seconds now. And Pray For Ye starting to pull these in. So is this showing you now? Look, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 6th. All the drivers are started on the hard tyre. Was the Diablo strategy the way to go? Because they're now, look, 1.8, 1.7. They're reeling them in big time. What we got left? Because I was thinking what they could do. It all depends, because if Ads carries on staying out, if he continues to stay out and they get into the pit window of the hards, these hard runners could just box on the same lap as Ads, and then they've got the tyre advantage then. But we've seen how much these hard tyres have come in, so I think it's still a little bit early for these hards to come in, because you're going to be struggling. You're talking 15, 16 laps on the medium? No way, Jose. But Jay's now 1.5. But Max Lax, I believe, is kind of holding. Here goes Ads. Ads has gone into the pits. So it's all about these two now working in cohesion. You're going to have Pray For Ye. He's just kind of still... Oh, that's a bit close there from Max Lax. They're pulling away from Pray For Ye now. Williams looking strong at the moment. 1st and 4th, albeit they've still got a pit. Oh, Cordon Bleu's out. Is that a safety car? That's a safety car. That's just ruined. That has just ruined these hard running. Let's try and catch him on stream. Where is he? Where is he DNF'd? Where is he DNF'd? That is not what they wanted. That is not what they wanted. Albeit they can pit and they're going to come out. This is a shout for Lee Webb. Lee Webb can now pit. Lee Webb can pit. All right, he'll lose out to Ads, but he can pit now onto mediums, I believe. Or he could just play it safe and pit on the hard. Finding it hard to see where we ain't going to see it now. Mav comes into the pit for like the 400th time tonight. At least he can get rid of his 10 second as well, though. That's great. And there's a bit of a gap there, so the Williams boys can easily double stack. They can easily double stack. I believe Lee Webb's going to pit, so they can still get out in front of Ads, I believe, if they pit now. There's enough gap there. You're talking 5-6 seconds to Disco Bobby. There may be a slight little delay. But this is Disco Bobby now, so we'll stay on board with Disco Bobby. We'll keep an eye on the tyres. I believe we're going to see Lee Webb file into the pit. He's got to, because he needs to use another compound. There you go, look at that, perfect from the Williams boys. Slight little delay for Disco Bobby. They've all gone. Is he going to come out? He gets out in pole position. There we go, he gets out in pole. Ads manages to get round and get out in pole. But then he's going to be the one now. I reckon we're going to be under safety car conditions for this lap and at least one more. Kian, he's done a shout. He's got off his hard tyre. He's got off his hard tyre and gone back onto mediums. So he could be in with a big shout here as well for a decent finish. But Lee Webb's on the medium. So we've only got 3 drivers now left on the hard tyre. Arbeg Dory, or Ads as we know him, Mr. F1 Dave Riley, and Prof 44. Pray for Ye is in 4th place. But yeah, as I mentioned there, the Williams boys having an absolute stonking race. Can't say the same for the AlphaTauri boys. Got one DNF and the other one's in last place. Some people will call that karma, but I won't. I think Mav will, but I won't. You know me, lads, I'll tell how it is, and if you don't ever take offence to any of my comments, lads, it's all about bants. All about bants. Bass will be able to back me up with that one. Mav, definitely. Jump on board with Mav. Screaming at himself in his helmet. Absolutely screaming at himself. So yeah, I don't think Mav, Royal Rumble and Alligator are going to be caught up in time, because we're now entering Sector 3. Well, no, we're not. We've still got a little bit to go, but I don't think they're going to be caught up in time by the time we get to Sector 3, and there we go. So I think we'll be on another lap under safety car conditions. So that's then lap 16. That will take us to lap 16. And no, that will take us to the start of lap 17. Basson's pit. Why is Basson pit? Basson got himself a penalty, didn't he? Got himself a little penalty as Basson. That was a long old penalty. He must have had a pit penalty. We missed that. Otherwise, I'd have absolutely ridiculed him for that. But he should be caught up to the pack now. So safety car will definitely be in this lap, I believe. And then we are back to the battle. Now, I believe, Mav, you're only on your 3-second time penalty now. So you get your nut down, mate. Get your nut down. Stop making a mockery of your race. And you can end up with a decent finish here, lad. He's full started. I don't believe it. He's full started. Oh man, I think it's the first ever time I've seen it. He did say though he had green light. He did say he had green light. So it's just going to be one of them hard luck. Nothing's going to really be able to be done about it. So I believe that these boys, Jay and Max Lax, who are both 8 apiece on positions gained. Yeah, well, alright, old swingage there with old Max Lax. Ooh, bit of a lag. But I believe Jay and Max Lax are going to try and get ads as soon as they can. Because by the time we get to lap, say, 25, 26, I believe these, there we go, safety car in this lap. I believe ads' tyres are going to be the one to be on. Even by the time we get, by the time we get to lap 25. Because we see the amount of time that Jay and Max Lax were catching ads. So Dorian Prey doing well for Pink Panther. Pink Panther, mate. What do they drive for Pink Panther? Do they drive for your team, do they? We're going to jump on board with Rebig Dory, Mr. Ads himself. He's gone. Got a slight little jump on Max Lax. Just going to try and get there, try and stay in the stream. Bit of a lag there from Max Lax in front. Might put Jay off slightly. But if we can, lads, as well, try and stop the weaving down the straights, lads. Try and make one move when you can. If you're getting caught in the slipstream, it's just the way Formula 1 goes. So we're currently on board with Jay, watching these two battle in front. We're going to go back to the tyres to see what everybody's on. F1 Dave Riley's going to try and hold off the attack from the back. Man that's not very fast today, Kian, he's going to want to try and get in front. Mav's got himself up into ninth. Go on, Mav, told you, mate, get your nut down, bud, get your nut down. So Kian, he's going to want to try and, or Kian, I have to get confirmation of his name. He's going to want to try and get clear of Mystery as he can. He's on, and then he's got the soft, hard runner, third time lucky, in front of him of Riley. That's going to put him on the back of Disco Bobby. Remember, he was setting fastest laps earlier on in the race. So here we go now. I don't think we're under safe. We're not under. Where you go? DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled now. So we're going to jump off board with these, or we actually jump on board with Jay. Lovely respect given by these two. Jay's going to try and go the short way round. Couldn't quite do it. Just caught the back of Ads there. Now he's got Pray For You looking very attacking now. Jay's had to get out the throttle there. Very well done there by all of them. Always another little bit of tappage there, but there's nothing really Jay can do about that with these boys battling out in front of him. Very nice, very nice. Mav's now got a bit of a gap in front of him, 2 seconds. Mav wants to shut that down. If he can get himself on the back of Kian, that will do well for Mav's race. Mav's already proven his pace around this track, so do remember Mav was actually our pole man. We won't talk about what happened at the pole at the start, but Lee Webb, his race has kind of gone to pot a little bit, if you don't mind me saying. He was battling for the lead in the first stint. He finds himself now down in 11th. Now, this is where these boys are going to want to make this tyre advantage. And they're going to want to try and make this tyre advantage work for them as soon as they can. Jay looks like he's got a rocket ship in a straight line. So, Ads could come under attack now from a double overtake here. There you go. Jay's going for a double. He's going to stick it down the inside of Matt. Oh, and he's gone well late on the day. He may come under attack from Pray For You now. And then he might come under attack from Disco Bobby also. A bit eager beaver there was Jay. Oh, he's just missed his braking point in the last couple of corners, Jay. Get your head back together, bud. Get your head down, get your head back together. Start picking your braking points, lad. Got Max Lax now. Williams boys, as I said at the start, looking very strong tonight. And those that do know, I'm a Williams boy through and through. Pray For You's having a stonking race also, up there now in 3rd place. Mav's now got that gap to Kian down to 1 second. So that's going to do Mav. Kian's taking a little bit of time. I suppose he's caught in the DRS train now. He's caught in the DRS train, so he can't really make the move that he's going to want to make. Jay seems to have settled down slightly. He's got F1 Dave Riley. He'll take comfort slightly that he's got DRS. He's got F1 Dave Riley behind him, who's on the slower tyre theoretically. But speaking of Kian, here he goes now, making a move down the inside of the Haas. Slight little wiggle on the exit there. Max Lax now doing what he needs to do. Look, out in front, setting fastest laps. Big Dory wants to try and get as close. Big Dory adds wants to try and get as close as he can and make his move down this straight here. But he's had an absolute hell of a drive as Max Lax out of that corner. Lee Webb still getting at it with Alligator for 11th and 12th place. Here goes Jay. Jay's got a little bit of work to do now. And we've got these two boys absolutely getting at it, hammer and tongue. Needs to get this all sorted. What's I can with you? Needs to get this sorted out before they enter that part of the track. Mav's now right on the back of these two, and he's got a 2-second gap behind him. So Mav could just kind of settle down now. We're on lap 20 or lap 29. Pack pretty much all bunched up. We've got a few gaps here and there. Mystery may come under attack now because he's falling out of the DRS of F1 Dave Riley. That's going to be music, but then Dave Riley's also fell out the back of Destructive J, so that's going to be music to Destructive J's ears. He's not going to have to be worried about cars attacking from behind. Disco Bobby's all over the back of Pray For Ye. Williams are looking super strong here tonight, super strong. When you're in a DRS train like this, if you get a decent run out of that corner, it could be worth going for an overtake into that last corner, as normally you wouldn't. Here goes Disco Bobby. We're going to stay on board with Disco Bobby. He's got a bit of a gap back behind to Jay. His Ad's going to make a move on Max Lax. I don't think he's close enough. Takes a lot of curb there. He runs very wide there, does Ads. All this driving and all this Constantina effect now has pulled Jay right back onto the back of Disco Bobby. With a ding-dongy, do you reckon, Diablo? Or the calm before the storm, shall we call it? But Ads is just biding his time. Still got himself there in second place. These tyres are going to come to him very soon. Either that or these medium ones are going to start rubbing off. So we'll all see and wait. We'll see what happens. Now Mav proving hard, and he goes, just as we join Mav, he goes for a big down the inside, and that's an overtake and a half from Mav. But they're going to get this all settled by the time they get into this corner. Very tricky corner to go too wide round here. Now, as Kian now, he's going to want to try and get on the back of Riley as soon as he can. Now he's got past these two, and with these two battling, he's now dropped that 1 second that he needs, and there is that 1 second that he needs. And we're going to jump back on board with Jay at the moment, because Jay's got all 5 cars. Been very, I don't want to jinx anybody, but been very, very good tonight with the time penalties. A lot of curb there, Jay. That might affect his exit, but he's all right. He's still got himself in DRS. That's going to pull him along. We've got Ads now making a move. We're a rumble. Got 3. Just I told you I was going to jinx somebody, wouldn't I? So on the rear wing of Ads, Max Lax looks like he's got a bit of a decent drive there, but I don't think he's close enough really to make a move down into this corner. No, he's not. Disco Bobby could be though. No, he's not. It's all status quo at the minute. It's all status quo. Lap 22. Still a few laps left now, lads. Jay looks like he's settled back down into a rhythm. Looks like it's all settled down now. Everyone's just trying to tick off a few more laps off that lap counter, and then they're going to start maybe changing into attacking mode. Because we're still on lap 22, so we've got next lap, we've got 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20. Still got 7 laps on this sector left in the race. There's still a long way to go. Jay's fell slightly off the, well, I say fell slightly off the back. He was on the exact same split time as Disco Bobby there, 3.76. Pray For Ye's fallen slightly off the back, albeit still in DRS of Max Lax. These two are going to have another battle now going into turn 1. We jump off board. Disco Bobby's pretty close. Shows him around the outside now, there's Max Lax, and he duly obliges and goes around the outside. Now you're going to have Pray For Ye and Disco Bobby are going at it, hammer and tong. Which one of these drivers are going to pick up? He takes the short. That would be very smart there from Disco Bobby. But Pray For Ye again, he manages to keep hold of that DRS. So And we got caution sector 1, caution sector 1. Who's that? Who's that? No, we're still going. We're still going. Lee Webb, since his pit stop, he's maybe going to be ruining that pit stop where we made the pit onto another set of soft tyres. That has come back to bite him quite hard. He's now down in 14th. When the first stint, he was up there with Max Lax and Ads battling for the win. And speaking of battling, Disco Bobby has now managed to take Pray For Ye. Jay's fell slightly back now. He wants to make sure he doesn't fall. He doesn't fall out. Now these front two have nearly dropped these next three behind. Kian hasn't made the gains that I thought he would have. He's now 4 seconds behind. And now Disco Bobby, he's just pulled himself back in. Just pulled himself by the skin of his teeth back into DRS, or did he? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So he's going to come under huge attack now from Pray For Ye, who sticks it down the inside. Gets to stop nicely, gets nicely into the apex there. But now Ads looks like he's going to be on the attack now. But again, he gets such a fantastic drive, does Max Lax, out of that corner. Fantastic drive. So that's what she said, Diablo. That's what she said, mate. But boom, I'm here all week for you. Jay wants to get himself back into this. Oh, Jay, you don't want to get caught up in that, and his wing's gone. Someone's just lost a bit of wing, and Dave Riley is just picking up the pieces. Just picking up the pieces as Dave Riley now got himself up into the podium. Bit of a coming together there from Pray For Ye. And as we're talking there, look, there is his pink helmet. Let's try and jump on board with Jay. Has Jay lost an end plate? Yes, he has. Jay's lost an end plate. Ah. Now, could that be Jay's 6th place at best? Because he does have a 4-second gap behind. Disco Bobby. No, Disco Bobby still seems to have his wing in place. Or is it Pray For Ye? No, it looks like Jay's the only one with an end plate hanging off his, well, gone off his car. I think Jay the only one there. Bad luck there from Jay. He had nowhere to go. He had absolutely nowhere to go. We've gone back up to the front now. They've got now a 3.3 second gap to Riley behind. Now, Riley, he could be in a good position here. The right side of the Williams. No, look. They're both on there, mate. Look, both end plates. Unless you'll say something I'm not. Pray For Ye. Disco Bobby. No, look. Wings there, look. Got a perfect view of it there, look. Jay's left end plate's gone, but the Williams is all intact. So I believe now on lap 25, the winner comes from one of these. And does this strategy now of Ads come into play? Because he's going to be the better tyres to be on now. And they're still holding on to a big chunk of ERS. And that goes for Riley also, because Riley's going to be on the better tyre now, so he's going to hope he can pull away from these medium runners behind him. Feel proper bad for Jay. You know, mate, you know, I've got a master's degree in that, mate. Go on board with Jay. Is he going to go and try and make a move? No, he's not. There we go, look, that just goes to show, the strength in the tyres. Oh, but he tries the nip back, he tries the cut back, and he manages to get it down. What a move from Max Lax. What a move, and they have gone too wide. Ah, and it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Now, we just caught the end of that. Now, if that gets reported, a Max Lax, I'm not saying he's going to, but if that gets reported, a Max Lax does incur a penalty, F1 Dave Riley is looking for the win here, possibly. And then Jay could possibly be on for a podium. So, but we'll call it as we see it on track, lads. We call it as we see it on track. So currently, Max Lax is coming down for the win. He's got a 3-second gap to F1 Dave Riley behind. And F1 Dave Riley's got to be absolutely licking his chops. He profited big time from the Pray For Ye, Disco Bobby, and I'm not going to say Jay incident because Jay just got caught up from it. And then he's profited again from that and now finds himself in second place, does Mr. Riley. Basson, 3-second time penalty. He's just about to get taken. Lee Webb done a double down though. Alligator went into the pit. So, with an end plate off his car. Oh, Bobby, I think he lost that. I don't know if he lost that under brake or he may have just caught the back of Jay, but Bobby's just gone round. Oh, Mav's got himself back in front of Kia and he's up there as 7th, albeit he will lose. He will only lose 7th. He'll only lose 7th. Lee Webb's round. I see a green car around. I thought that might have been Jay. No. So, Mav's up into 7th. He'll only go down that 8th because Mystery also has a 3-second time penalty. I think he did hit Jay's rear there slightly. Great recovery from Mav, mate. Great recovery. Served about 5 minutes of penalties in this race, isn't it? So we're on lap 27. Max Lax is now going to take us around the penultimate lap. And again, guys, I'll say it again. Whatever happened during the race. No bitching in the chat. If you want to bitch to each other, go take it to the DMs. All you need to do is just present your footage in the incidents channel and let the fantastic team of stewards that we have sort it all out. You start bitching in the chat, you're just going to incur yourself penalty points, and you don't want to be doing that first race of the season. So leave it to the stewards, and if you feel you need to vent respectfully and do it in the DMs, most importantly. Unless you want to laugh about Mav for full starting, then that can go in the chat, that's not a problem. So Max Lax now, just now coming through the guts of sector 2. Riley's now reeling them in. No, I'm gonna start preparing my dinner as soon as the stream's done, mate. As soon as the stream's done, I'm gonna go and do my dinner. But Riley, don't think there's enough laps left, but could Riley be thinking to himself, I'm not leaving this to the steward's room, I want this win on track. Got a lot to do in one lap and a sector. Got a lot to do. And in that talking there, Jay's been overtaken by Ads. But if he does end up finishing 5th, Jay, I can't eat at 9 o'clock, mate. It's too early for me. If Jay does finish 5th with that end plate gone, starting 11th, it's a fantastic result for Jay. But Jay might not want 5th. He might want 4th. Oh! Again, he had nowhere to go there. Absolutely nowhere to go. And as the other end of his wing come off, no, it hasn't. And we're now starting the last lap. Let's jump on board with the positions. Alligator nicks the fastest lap of the race. I'm in Spain, mate, so now my time is 10:15. I'm an hour in front of the UK. Few more laps here, a few more laps, and Dave Riley could have been on for this win, you know. Caution sector 2, caution sector 2. Yeah, you're Rostocker, mate. You're part of Rostocker's gang. I know that, mate. I know that. So, Max Lax, Royal Rumble, gets off the last 3-second time penalty. So, we're going to jump off board with Max Lax. Who, in fairness, apart from that little bit of ding-dongage with ads, an absolute fantastic race. Max Lax in first. Great race from Riley in second. Great race from Ads in third. Pray for you fourth. Destructive J fifth. What a finish, even with that wing damage. Disco Bobby in sixth. Kian ends up getting Mav's place. Great recovery from Mav in eighth, albeit he may not look at that. And look how much he lost out by. Look to Kian. Look, 0, but just sums up Mav's day. Looney Man in ninth. Bass on 10th. Mystery in 11th. Prof in 12th. Lee Webb 13th. Race kind of fell apart after that first pit stop when he went on to another set of soft tyres. And albeit, I'm going to call it as I see it on track, albeit, and there you go, that's what I was just about to say. My driver of the day, commentator's driver of the day, albeit he may have got into a bit of a kerfuffle, but it was just one of the things on the game. But my commentator's driver of the day, and you're going to get yourself a nice little card on Twitter, is Max Lax. He's my driver of the day. Shout out. Thank you, mate. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Hilly. Max Lax, we'll see, mate, but you drove well either way. You get my driver of the day. And while we're here, shout out to Riley. Shout out to Ads. Shout out to Prave. Shout out to everyone, really. Jay, finishing fifth. Where you did with that broken wing, mate. Big shout out to you. Mav, great recovery. Kian, first time I've commentated on you, mate. Big shout out to you as well. And yeah, gentlemen, it's been an absolute fantastic first race of the season. And I will be back next week. I have to leave early because I have to go and do some stuff with my DTS team. So, gentlemen, well, I can't leave yet. Look, I've got to wait for the clock to jump down. But gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Decent race to start off the season. Congrats to Max Lax. We'll see what happens in the Discord. And yeah, gentlemen, I will catch you all next week. Now, everybody leave the lobby if you can. Everybody leave the lobby because I need to invite my DTS team into this lobby. So everybody get out. Take care, fellas.